Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Happy New Year to you all. This is my very first video for the year 2024. So for my first video, I would like to talk about functional planning. When I started planning in the year 2014, my planning was very simple. But then when I went to look on YouTube of all others planning methods, I was very much into doing the decorational planning. And towards the end, I realized that I was spending too much of decoration on my planner, that I don't even have space on my planner. And it also takes a lot of my time to do planning because I spend a lot of time to do the decoration, stickers. And when I want to write the task or the things that are important, I just don't have space. So if you are someone who were struggling to do that too, I would highly suggest you to do functional planning, because functional planning has helped me to prioritize well on my tasks. And I do have decoration though, which is very minimal, but my planner works for me. When you want to plan, planner needs to work for you. So if you are wondering how to do functional planning, then you have come to the right place, because that's exactly what I'm going to talk about, the things that you need, how you need to start with the functional planning. Before I get into functional planning, if you are into planner organization and productivity, then hit the subscription button below and also press the notification bell so that you will be updated on all my upcoming videos. And now, without further ado, let's move on to functional planning. Well, functional planning and functional planner, well, it's pretty much the same. Functional planner is a straightforward planning method that refers to the tactics, that brings your focus to things that matter without distraction. To explain it further, functional planner makes planning work for you, gives you a clear picture on what you set to do. You are able to complete what you have planned to do. It avoids stress, anxiety, and most of the time, the decoration part is very, very minimal. Your planner will only show the things that matters to you and gets less distracted. Functional planner is great for beginners. If you are someone just started to get into planning, then functional planning is the best way for you, because it is very simple. All you need is a planner and a pen and some highlighters probably. And that's it. If your current planner system is very distracting and you wanted something simple, then functional planning method is also for you. So how do we start functional planning? If you don't have a planner yet, don't be afraid. You can always get the Franklin Covey planner in the size of compact, and preferably take 2-page per one day, because you will have a lot of space for you to think and write down things and so on. The reason why I'm suggesting the Franklin planner is because Franklin planner pretty much offers the most value and are less distracted. Some people may get overwhelmed with a lot of space in the planner. They might think that, oh, I have so much time. They think that when they look at the empty pages, they feel like they have more time, but in actual fact, it doesn't. So as a starter, I would highly suggest you to start with a very compact size planner. Don't do your journaling yet, okay? And later on, when you are comfortable into functional planning, then you can move on to other types of planners like the Hobonichi Cousin and Sterling Ink if you need more space. So back to the Franklin planner. Franklin planner is a great to start with because it is complete with monthly calendar, master task list, daily tasks with daily schedules to plan out your every day. The only thing that is lacking in the Franklin planner is the weekly calendar. But the weekly calendar, you can adjust it by putting every information into the digital mode. But if you really want a weekly calendar, then I would suggest another planner like Jibun Tachu. Now that you have the planner, how about the planning part, right? So in functional planning, I would say there are 3 important things, which is the monthly calendar, the master task list, and your daily pages. Okay, so the monthly calendar is a place where you capture everything that is relevant to a specific date. For example, your child's school holiday, extra classes, vacation days, due dates for assignment, projects that needs to be sent, your sick days, work from home dates, work offshore dates, birthdays. I can go on the list. In short, the calendar is a place where it works as a catch-all. So you might ask, well, I can jot all of this down in my phone. Well, technically you are right, but if you are someone who's fine with capturing all these appointments, due dates in your phone or desktop, it's okay. But research found that when you write things down, you will remember better. Furthermore, a visual look on your desktop or even on your phone, it gives a different experience, because when you look at the monthly calendar on the desktop or your phone, it does not reveal the full appointment. You need to click each appointment for you to reveal appointment that you have on that day, right? But when it comes to your monthly calendar, all you need to do is take a look at your planner and you just have a full visual on which day you are packed and which day is empty. So the feeling is completely different when you use your digital calendar. So I'm someone who is very much into digital stuff. I like to pretty much do everything on digital things. But when it comes to planning, paper planner is the one which I like the most because it is the easiest for me to just sit down and do my plan. I hope you get what I mean. So you also might be thinking that since the compact calendar is like really small, how am I supposed to capture everything? Plan can change, due date can change, and life is unexpected, right? So in that case, I would highly suggest you to jot down your appointments using a friction pen because it's easier for you to just erase them. Or you can also use pencil. I don't know, I just don't like pencil so much. I prefer pen. So friction pen will be my first choice. You can also use page flags or on top of the appointments that has been changed. So the page flags, in a way, it also adds some sort of color into your monthly calendar. I can accept it as a decoration as well. Most of the monthly calendars have a note section on the side. You can always write down any important information. I used to track my staff leave date. I also track down the bills that I've paid, anything that sometimes come to my mind and don't want to write it down in the daily insert. I will just jot that down on the monthly calendar itself so that when I move on to the next month, I can just know whether or not those things need to be moved on to the next month or I have to do it on that particular month. Because monthly calendar is the one which I look the most because I want to know what's going on in my life. And if you're wondering whether I convert this into my digital, yes, I do put this into my digital calendar as well because when I was working, I used to go to a lot of meetings. I need to know the venue, the time, whether it has been changed. So those things do show in my digital calendar as well, but also in my monthly calendar, because in a meeting when they are discussing about okay, when will be the next meeting, the monthly calendar on my physical planner is the perfect place for me to take a look at. All right, let's talk about master task list. I have a master task list on my Franklin Covey planner. It's very, very good because they actually have both personal and business side. Whenever I do my brain dump, I actually move those items from my brain dump list into my master task list for each month. And I don't actually necessarily complete all of them in that particular month. I do move it from this month to next month, and I prefer to write them down because, as I mentioned earlier, research says that when you write them down, it gets into your brain much better, and I know that this particular task has been backlogged. Master task list is basically a section that requires your attention. Since it has been separated into personal and business, it's even easier for you to write down any incoming task into your master task list. Additionally, in the master task list, I also like to put in things that I need to follow up, achievement of the month. The master task list is very important to keep track of all the tasks and keep you up to date on the things that you have to do in your life, whether it's related to your personal, business, work, or family, or anything. I really, really like the master task list, and sometimes the thing that I've written in my master task list, I don't even have to do because as the time moves on, those things becomes irrelevant. And when I move on to the next month, what I do is I'll just tick and cross off when the tasks are completed. The incomplete one, I just move it to the next month. So another important thing in functional planning is daily inserts. So daily inserts preferably need to have 4 sections, which is the task list, appointments, daily tracker, and also daily notes. So let's talk about the task list. So the task list is a set of lists of tasks that you need to do on that day. And I divided them into 3, which is MIT or GRID. MIT is for most important task, GRID, which is goal related important task. And I also have admin and home. So the MIT and GRID is related to my work, which I must do. And admin are some other things that doesn't require much of thinking, like checking my emails, doing some sort of research or something. So those things goes into my admin section. So I always highlight my pages into these 3 sections. So as for the home stuff, I add things like cooking, laundry, paying bills, or picking up stuff or buying stuff. Anything that relates to my family, home, that is outside of work and admin things goes into the home section. So for the MIT, I add maximum 3. I don't add more because you really can't do a lot more because it's going to make you really, really tired. And the appointment schedule is really important because you can plan your day and highlight the deep work session. When you want to do your admin things, when you want to do your cooking and stuff, you can also plan it on your daily schedule. As for the notes section, I like this the most because I can pretty much write down anything that went down on that day. For example, discussion with my boss on that day, I write it down there, and calls that I have made, any important task that was discussed. I write down the important dates that I need to update on my calendar later. So these kind of miscellaneous stuff goes into the notes section as well. So any future things that comes into your calendar, you can add it. Of course, if it's time related, you have to add it into your calendar. But if it's task, then I would put in the master task list. For example, if it's only task that you needed next month, like a letter that you should do a follow-up on, then I will write down in the master task list on the respective month. If it's a project that needs to be submitted on the next month, like the due date, I will write it down in the calendar, and I will also jot down in my master task list as well, so that I would know that that is a project that I need to do focus on that particular month. So you just need to keep repeating the process. By the time you are planning for the next month, you will be feeling wonderful because you will be crossing off all your tasks that you have done. And then when you move those tasks into next month, you know that, oh, I've completed so many things, and now this little task is the one which goes to the next month. And at the same time, when you feel like you're bringing a lot of tasks to next month, you know that it's taking toll on you, that too many things that need to be done. So you know that you need help, and you can delegate, or ask help from your family, from your work, from your colleague, from your boss, and so on. So by now, you would have realized everything that I've talked about is functional, right? Now your planner is working for you. You are using it fully functional. But as a human, you want something that is, attractive, right? To use decoration as minimal as possible. So you must think that the stickers that you are using are relevant to your planning system. For example, you can use highlighters to differentiate between tasks that is relevant to you, tasks that is relevant to your child, to your spouse, to your family, work. So you can use highlighters to differentiate that. And you can also use like a red circle stickers to indicate that it's a due date for your projects, for your assignments. You can also use a black pen, blue pen for different events. For me, I use red color pen to indicate any cancelled task. I just cross it and I just put cancelled or reschedule. I like to use red for that. And I like icon stickers, like for example for public holidays, icon stickers like for vacation, for ironing. I tend to use icon stickers for that. That's my favorite for my weekly planning system. So I love pretty planners. I just don't overdo it, and I make sure that I plan first, and then I put on stickers or I beautify things. For icons, of course, I tend to use it on the spot and not later. But for other than that, if I feel like my planner is like too empty and I'm having some free time and I just want some creativity flow into my life, I just look around in my planner and I just, oh, there's an empty space here. Why don't I just add some decoration? That's how I use my planner. I don't decorate beforehand. So that's it. I hope I did talk about a lot of functional planning, because I know you might feel like I've just taught you how to plan, probably, but that is planning, right? It needs to be functional. It needs to help you to get rid of your stress, your anxiety. It needs to keep your life in line, right? To me, by focusing only on writing down my task, planning my task, updating the status of my task in my planner makes it more functional and relieves me from stress. And when I first started, I was focusing more on how to make it, pretty and look aesthetically pleasing. And the moment I started do some functional planning, I really feel much better and more productive. And trust me, I thought that I could not hold a lot of things in my brain. And when I started to do the functional planning, I feel like I am more active. And I know this for a fact. People have mentioned that I do things very fast, and I was able to retain a lot of things that was told to me to do, and I can really hold on a lot of tasks to complete. I guess it's all because of the functional planning system that I have been doing. And another thing that I like about the functional planning is each time I flip my pages, especially the master task list, I feel like my month has been very fruitful of all the tasks that I have done. And it also confirms that I did not laze around, I was productive. So as I mentioned earlier, you can use the Franklin Planner, because to me it's a complete planner that does not require me to do anything extra. I don't have to purchase any inserts or any extra things that I need for my planner. This itself is complete. And if you decide to purchase Franklin Planner, please use the affiliated link at the description box below. Your purchase will support my channel. I thank you in advance for that. So if you have any question, do post it at the comment box below, and you can also DM me on my Instagram at hitchandhitch. I probably will reply faster there. And I will be coming up with more videos on functional planning, productivity, and organization. So do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated on all my upcoming videos. If you are a returning viewer, do let me know what do you think about my new setup. I know at the back is a bit messy. I need to do my cleanup. I just didn't have time yet because I have been doing my goal planning and I need to publish this video according to my timeline. So I just didn't care. I just sat down and starting to shoot this video for you guys. So see you in my next video. Happy planning and stay productive. Bye!